YouTube was good. It's your boy Spice Glory, and I'm back up in here for another segment. So news has been going around that Mike Henry, who voiced Cleveland Brown, has stepped down. It says here that Mike Brown, who has voiced the character of Cleveland Brown for 2 decades on Family Guy, said on Friday that he is stepping down from the role on Fox animated series. He says it's been an honor to play Cleveland on Family Guy for 20 years. Henry wrote, he was 54, wrote on Twitter. He said, it says, Henry, who is a white man, has voiced the character since the series debuted in 1999. He has also been the voice behind a Latin maid named Consuela on the series. Now that I didn't know. Fox had no comment when reached by Fox News. Earlier on Friday, the network revealed that it will no longer have white actors voice characters of color on The Simpsons. Moving forward, The Simpsons will no longer have white actors voice non-white actors, the network said in a statement. That's crazy to me because when Cleveland was there, I was never offended by it. I don't think a majority of people of color were offended by Cleveland, or probably didn't even know Cleveland was voiced by a white man. Honestly, I don't know. I don't think it's a big deal. Honestly, that's just me. I don't really think it's a big deal that somebody of a different descent or a different race playing a animated series character. I don't think that's a big deal. I don't think, like, if we're gonna do that, then should we be offended at Phil Lamar for playing other characters that aren't people, like cartoon characters of color? Should we be mad at him? Should we be mad at Summer Cree for playing other characters who are not of color? That's crazy. Like, I don't know. It's kind of small potatoes to me. I don't really think it should be like a big deal, because it's just like, it's dramatization. It's voice acting. Like, for God's sakes, I don't need every black cartoon character to be a white person. I mean, not a white person, to be a black person playing that character, because it, like I said, it's dramatization. It's voice acting. Like, come on. I don't need, like, if you do a good impression, if you're good at doing impressions, you're good at doing impressions. I don't need Ari Spears to be playing a black cartoon character. Ari Spears can do different impressions, so Ari Spears should be able to do different cartoon characters, right? That's the same thing with somebody like what's his name? So if Rich Little can do an impression of a white celebrity, why can't he do an impression of a black celebrity or a Hispanic celebrity? I mean, that's the same thing with voice acting. If you're good at impressions and speaking in a different inflection, I don't really think Mike Henry as Cleveland was offensive, even in the least. He didn't try to make Cleveland sound like an ignorant black person. Matter of fact, I don't even really think Cleveland really sounded black. If I'm being honest, I don't really think he sounded black. He just sounded like a normal person talking. That's just me. That's what I think. And then it says something about it says, let me see here. What else does it say? I think he stepped down from, let me see here. Cleveland is largely some weird part of me, and I've been able to do it for almost 20 years now. And I think what you're getting at is, does anyone get upset about it? Rarely, Henry said in 2018. I mean, sometimes now the climate out there of everything is very PC. All I can say is that I know where I'm coming from. And the Cleveland show, if there was a joke I wasn't sure about, I would defer to Sanaa Lathan or some of the other writers in the room who walk the walk and live the life, because I don't know. And I'd say, can we do this? What's up? You guys do this and tell me what I can do. I'm coming from a good place, and I hope people aren't upset, he said at the time. Okay. This comes off the heels of like I can't remember what is the name of the cartoon. His Mike Henry's decision to like step down as Cleveland is coming from this one actress and Christian Bale as well. Christian Bell as well. Pretty much opted out of playing biracial characters on this show called The Good Place. Am I to be correct? Is that the name of the show? They stepped down, so he stepped down respectfully. So I mean, like I said, from what I can read here, it doesn't seem like Mike Henry was like being disrespectful doing the character of Cleveland. You know? It seems like it came from like a good place. Like now, if it was like something where they were making fun of just black people in general, then I would be like, okay, yeah, screw that show, get rid of it or whatever. But nah, Cleveland, the character of Cleveland was a good character. This reminds me of when I watched a documentary last year. Made by this guy named Hari Kondabol. I don't know if that's how you say his name. I'm probably saying it wrong. I apologize if I'm butchering it. He went and made a whole documentary about why Apu from The Simpsons should be played by a Indian man instead of a white man. And I just thought it was, I mean, I get the sentiment and I understand, but at the same time, I'm just kind of like, it's a cartoon character, bro. Like, we start controlling the narrative and allowing, like, it's television, bro. It's a cartoon character. Come on now, a child can't tell the difference, even though like Family Guy and The Simpsons are like, and South Park are all adult cartoons. Still, it's just like, it's fantasy at the end of the day. It's animated series. It's like, it's not like an actual live action television show. It's a cartoon. Who's getting mad at a cartoon? But yeah, like I said, the guy made a whole documentary on what he thought, what he believed, or had problems with the character of Apu, which is a South Asian store owner with a wife and like, I don't know, like 5 kids or something like that. I might be wrong on that number, but he was highly offended by the fact that it was I believe that he was more highly offended by the fact that it was a white man voicing the character of Apu. To which Hank Azaria pretty much just kind of like shot down the claim of like not stopping playing the character or whatever up until like maybe January, and then said, you know what, I'm just gonna stop playing the character because there's no like, I don't have a reason to continue with the character. I think Fox got in his ear and was like, bro, just stop playing the character, because there are obviously people who are offended by you voicing that character, and you're a white person. But see, I get that. I get that. I don't think. I think, yeah, on one side it's unnecessary because it's a cartoon and it's fantasy, but on another side I get it. You know, especially in the climate we live in. You know, so yeah, I'll be back with more. Y'all take it easy. And Rich Little can do like dozens of impressions.